Previously in the GodBreaking, our group of adventurers, knowing that Inkamel and his horde of turned dwarves turned leapers, these pieces of him, these small cast-offs of his own essence, were charging across the land of Erlin and bearing down on the capital city of Ospium, chasing Prince Darius and the bulk of his army across the land. Knowing that that was going to happen, our group of adventurers set off to make arrangements to defend the city. You guys went to Mistrala and organized the war mages there, and had them go to the city and start making preparations with traps and with a magically amplified force wall that would circle the whole city. You secured your allies in the lycanthropes that had arrived at the city, that were arriving at the city, and likewise with the armies and the other allies that you had there. Late into the... Oh, Deimos, did we say that you finished your tome? Reading your tome?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, good. Because you're definitely done with that. Late into the 6th day, the evening of the 6th day, the first stragglers of the army, the first wave of the army started to arrive injured and broken, and the city organized to take them in. And as you guys slept that night, you found that some of them were actually leapers in disguise, and they had begun to terrorize the city and tear through it. You guys managed to engage about 5 of them in battle, and dispatched of them after just a little bit of a fight. The lycanthropes and the mages in the city managed to take care of the rest that had infiltrated. But you guys knew that this was just the very first wave, the very first trickle in of this oncoming horde of leapers. The next day, the bulk of the army arrived, and hot on their heels was the majority of this red swarm of leapers. They quickly went and half encircled the city, and in the center of them all, Inkamel himself approached and made himself visible. He called out to the city, stating that he was still in search for the catalyst and that he was done with negotiations, and that he would take his victory by force. He then proceeded to transform, to shift into his full form, a form that you had never seen before but had only heard inklings of in power. This was the beast that had felled and destroyed the city of Vortum and slain the god, the minor god Modron. This was the one who was basically given the power of transformation by Asmodeus, the red god himself, and who was responsible for these leapers, this blight across the land that had toppled the nation of Sindalar. And he towered above the city walls, and with just a roar managed to pretty much break the defenses that you had set up. And Euphemia, you were overcome by the sheer force of his roar, and you were fell unconscious there. The rest of you guys took damage. And that is where we left off last week.
So am I dead?
You're unconscious. You're at 0 hit points.
Okay.
Okay. So what's happening right now is the Tarrasque is about a couple hundred yards away from the city, and he's taken one massive step forward as he let loose his roar, and the ground cracks and buckles underneath him. And as he does that, the Leapers have begun to encircle the city. So this is Ospium. You guys have set up the blue magic barrier, but in that roar, it had begun to basically buckle and blow in the wind like a piece of paper. The wall itself has cracked in several locations. The Leapers have begun to. Can I draw this? My drawing's awesome. The Leapers have begun to circle around in various angles all around the edges of the city, like so. And you hear screams as people along the wall just fall off the wall dead, just from the force of the shockwave of Inkamel's roar. The rest of the soldiers and the men who are around you are completely cowed. You hear them crying out in anguish and their despair. One man next to you screams, he just shouts out that all is lost, and that there's no way that you guys can manage to withstand this kind of force. Another man is just like down on his knees in like a fetal position, just weeping. Several of the men a couple of officers do shout out to the men to try to rally them. Several brave souls get up and go back to their posts. So you see their ears bleeding. Some of them have their eyes are bleeding just from the force of the pressure of Inklamel's roar. But below the walls, you can see the Leapers charging forward. And they've half encircled the city, and they start making for the breaks in the wall, of which there are several, all around half of the city. The first Leaper, a good quarter mile to the north of you guys, manages to leap through the crack in the wall and has begun to assault the soldiers on the other side. All behind you, you can hear rallying cries of the army and of all the defenses that you had set up and had been organized there. This whole section of the town had been evacuated with the population shifted towards the west, and the army had set up places to stronghold and barricade. So Darius's army is in motion, trying to combat the Leapers. Their modified weapons, beginning to obviously able to harm the Leapers, but the Leapers themselves are much more powerful, much faster, much stronger, and for every Leaper that falls, dozens and dozens of humans fall in kind. The lycanthropes have also likewise begun to mobilize, heading off to the south to try to defend that area there. And the war mages begin to fly up. They had been focusing their efforts on the outside of the walls, but as soon as Inkamel roared, and several of them fell out of the sky, just overcome by his power, but the rest of them have shifted their attention to the inside of the city and begun to try to hold back the incoming onslaught of Leapers. What do you guys want to do at this point?
So, did any of the dragon guys come yet?
You don't know. You are on the map. You guys are over here-ish.
Mm-hmm.
And you had set the beacon all the way on the other side of the map. Which Ospium itself is a very large city. So, it's a population of about 1 million.
Okay, yeah. So if I'm on a high point and I turn around and I look for a gigantic mother drunken dragon, I wouldn't be able to see it.
You're at a relatively high point. You look off in the direction of the blight, but actually there's an inner wall that's kind of like
nat 20.
You rolled a natural 20?
Yeah.
There's an inner wall that's a little bit obscuring your vision, but as confident as you're able to look over there, you see no evidence on the other side of the city of anything abnormal, other than hearing the screams and seeing the fires and the shouts as magic begins to fly around as war mages fly through the air, unleashing torrents of hail and lightning.
Alright guys, what do you guys think? Anyone?
I mean, the only thing I can think of to do is straight go for it, but we are waiting for backup, so.
Yeah. Shit. Would we be able to possibly call down one of those, like a war mage or something or other, to teleport us to 17?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Looking around you, you do manage to see a mage in the area. And as that happens, a single leaper breaks through the crack in the wall near you guys, so about a couple of 60 feet away from you. That breach in the wall begins to crumble as a leaper bursts through the already greatly weakened wall, and you can see multiples coming in behind him. A mage had flown in and had erected a force barrier in front of it, but they're pounding on it, and he begins to his resolve begins to weaken, and soon it shatters, and he gets blown back, and you as the leapers come pouring through. At that point, you see him, and you make eye contact with him on the ground. He flies up in the air um, over to you. He's sweating. He's got smudges and dirt all over him. His robe is torn a little bit. He says, "The city's in dire straits. You called for me. How can I help? These creatures are amazing in power. I don't know how long we can hold them."
We need to get to Area 17.
Okay.
There's a chance that some big things will help us.
He says, to the large open area in the northwest of the city. Is that what you speak of?
Yes, sir.
He says, well, I have some strength left. If you'll wait but a second. He focuses a little bit. And you see his hands begin to weave slightly as they form the somatic elements of the spell that he's weaving. He closes his eyes. You see his lips move slightly as he mutters the arcane incantation, and he opens them, and there's a flash of light, and you guys are all of you, taken away to the northwest of the city, right there, center of the blight.
Bitchin'.
All right. You settle here, and on this side of the city, the area is much more densely populated. Basically, the whole population of the city has been shifted west, so there's actually quite a few people milling around in this area. You can see families. You can see lots of people, thousands of people in this area. A lot of them are worried, and you can see them taking shelter and just trying to hide, and they're even trying to set up safe areas for themselves. Setting stones up as makeshift walls and barricades and that kind of thing. So you're in like basically a crowd of people. What do you want to do?
What do you guys think?
I don't know. Did we move the location of the thing since there's a lot of civilians here?
What are you doing?
I said, we
I'm gonna
move the
yell.
location of the summoning stone since there's civilians here?
You can do whatever you want. We can try to do whatever you want.
I'm gonna yell at all these people to get the fudge out of the way, because I'm real hoping that some dragons are gonna come.
Okay. Are you going to? So you're not necessarily in the area where you placed the beacons. You're just in a random spot of the blight that the guy teleported you to.
Oh. Then I'd run over to the place where we put the beacon.
Okay.
Because we're
Alright.
hoping with this amount of time that I got 1 or 2 dragons to show up, maybe.
Okay. So you rush across the plain. It's about 100 yards away. You figure it's about 100 yards away from where you had teleported to. You take a second to get your bearings, and you rush over in that direction, pushing past people along the way. Again, a lot of scared cries and worried people in the area. And as you get there to where the beacons are, you notice that the kind of like the spot in the ground, a little clearing that you had, space that you had cleared, and placed these gems of starlight on the ground, have that there's someone standing over that area. It's a female elf, and as you walk and as you approach and shout, she turns to you. Her movements are flowing. They are her robes are draped over her, and they move with a rhythmic pattern, like waves lapping on a shore. She looks at you and she says, "Come for these." And in her hand, you can see two sparkles of starlight.
Yes.
She says, "As have I. I was told to come here and find them. She says, this city is full of small folk, and they seem all terrified." She says, "What is the nature of it all? I've only just arrived."
Gosh damn leapers everywhere. It's like a bunch of snakes on a plane. Like, these goddamn leapers out of this gosh dang city.
Okay. Okay. She says, "And what am I to do about these leapers?"
Are you good at getting rid of leapers?
She says,
I don't know. I'm asking her politely. I'm like, hey girl, I'm a girl, and I don't know how strong you are, girl.
she says, "I was told to come here." She's, um, she says, "And last I saw you, I thought we had agreed to not help you. But yet I was told to come, and I am a bit concerned at why Nebularos would ask me to do so."
Cause we buddies
Uh,
now.
we were able to convince Krigajard and Nebularos that your assistance was needed. Inkmel has been, and that is why you are here, is to help us take down Inkmel. But in the meantime, while we wait for a majority of the others, the city needs protection.
Um, as she said, she looks up and she says, she kind of looks at the starlight, and she drops it back onto the ground, watching it fall, and she says, "Very well, if that is what Nebularos orders and has agreed to." And she dusts her hands off together. "I suppose that is what I will be getting to. Breaking the pact. Breaking our silence for a bunch of small folk. Seems a waste."
I got a big heart.
I gotta call. I'll be right back.
Okay. She says, "Where? Where would you have me intervene?"
Should we just send her to the wall and have her defend the wall until we can?
Well, I think that we should first politely ask her, yeah, as you said, like to kind of do the wall thing until we figure shit out. Because Deimos is thinking that this super crazy, ancient, super powerful master dragon might have a little bit more tactical knowledge than a man who is wider than he is tall with muscle, and a lady who has 0% body fat and pecs make boobs.
Um, as you're pointing her to the wall, um, a pretty thick set man walks up to you from the other direction. He says, "And here I thought You would have us take down the great beast,
Oh,
putting
well,
us
yeah.
in
Now
charge of the
there's
little
more than
ones.
one of you guys.
He says. He says, I am a monarch of dragons. I am ancient, older than the mountains, and here I am to fight a foe worthy of my fists and my fangs.
Well, I mean,
I will
if there's more
be.
than one of you
Go on.
guys. Oh, I was just like, if there's more than one of you guys, then like, let's go fight this big son of a donkey titty. But I took out my tape measure and my calculator. I do the math real fast, and I'm just like, you guys are real, very, very big and powerful. Um, but I think size comparison, Tarrasque is bigger.
Are you saying that even the two of us would not be able to stand to this creature?
Oh, no, I didn't say that. I said one of you. I don't want you guys to get hurt because you guys are doing us a sick favor.
And behind you, you hear another person, another voice, say, "If not two, then perhaps four."
Oh no, they can go home. They freaked me out.
I think four is a good number to start this assault on what's his face on Inkmail. What do you guys think? That's half.
Yeah, yeah.
I think we're ready to go straight for Inkmail on the backs of dragons, which you promised we could ride, and I have not stopped thinking about that since.
I call Gray Gray.
Okay. So as you are, let me see here if that worked. Okay.
By the way,
So-
it's the couple, is that Practinic and Tyaphensia? I'm just curious.
So the couple are Zerbor and Merix, the two flame dragons, right? You're guessing that as you're trying to figure out who is who, you hear one more voice come up behind you. And what of me? What would you have me do? I will not simply sit by as my brothers and sisters attain all the glory.
That's Practinic.
Okay. So you're looking at Teofencia of water, Krigajard, who is the female elf that you first saw, Krigajard of stone, Zerbor and Mirix of flame and molten lava, and then Practinic of the storm.
I personally want to ride the male flame dragon, but it's
Okay.
claim to that one. I will negotiate.
Zerebor says, "We will need some direction in this battle. Yes. And you would be welcome to accompany one of us." If only to help prevent casualties of ones that you care for. Okay.
Yeah. Damos calls Gray Gray. I want to ride that Krigashar.
Okay. Alright, Euphemia?
I think she's gonna
I'm
probably gonna
dead.
ride mine.
Oh yeah, did you leave
I'm dead.
Euphemia on the wall? What did you do
Yeah,
to
you guys left me
Euphemia?
behind, so I'm...
We leave Euphemia behind. How do we get separated?
She was
Teleported
unconscious on the
away?
wall. You guys teleported there.
Weren't we all together? Yeah,
For the
we were
sake of
all
argument.
together and we teleported. Yeah.
You brought Euphemia with
Um,
you, for the sake of argument.
yeah.
You'll have to heal her. Or something.
I didn't even remember that. I would have grabbed her body, but I didn't even remember that.
Don't worry, you can pay me back later. You can take your 9 health points back with a gosh dang potion.
Okay, Euphemia.
So, yeah.
Alright, so
Just to
you're
burn
giving
that
her a
big
potion?
deal.
9 hit
Oh, yeah.
points? Alright.
Yep.
Alright, Euphemia. You're back in action with 9 hit points. Okay. So, like I said, there are 5 dragons here. They're all in their humanoid forms. You can tell them real quick where you want them to go or who you would prefer to partner with. So, Albrecht, you said you want to ride Zerebor, right?
Simply because he seen that all the dragons, those two have the closest connection to Modron, and then I just like Zerebor more. So
Okay. As you guys are talking, you hear screams and large roaring sound as you see leapers just beginning to tear through the streets about a quarter mile away from where you are. Um, People are wilting all around you. You hear them cry. You hear cries. You hear people just collapsing in fear and just kind of like this is very much a panicked and and worried population here in the city. Kriegerjard says,
I'm gonna say to the rest of the party,
"Go on."
that yeah, let's get a move on and go.
Zerebor says to you all, "Yes, it would be good to get into action." He says, "I fear that time is short if you wish to save all these people. Yes. We must be careful about how we show ourselves, though. Our true forms would be certain to strike more terror into these small folk than even these red ones are."
All right. So, how many of us are there in total?
There's four of
There's-
us and four
there's four
dragons,
of you guys.
or five.
All right, so there's 9. How many things can we teleport with a teleport spell?
10 people.
Normal
Damos,
teleport.
yeah. Damos looks over at the Uber driver, Ellen, because I think he got that new item, and I ask him politely whenever he gets back off the phone if he would be so kindly to stick us outside the city so we can just, I don't know, dragon up and beat the shit out of these guys without stepping over everybody.
I think we should just teleport straight to Inkmel's foot and then dragon up from there.
Oh, yeah. Like that.
Okay. All right. So, actually, the mage that came along with you says, "I have just enough strength to send you. Yes. If that is your wish, I can put you outside the city limits." And then he says, "I fear it's going to be a difficult battle in here." Teofencia says, "And what's of me? You told me to defend the wall and to save all these small people. Is that still what you
Everyone's
wish me
here.
to do?"
Tell her, no, everyone's here now, so let's all of us go after Inkmel.
But then everybody in the city might get murdered.
Inkmel is most important.
Yes. Well, as you wish. Okay. The mage casts teleportation and sends the 9 of you outside the city limits. We'll call it right around here. You guys are now about, 150 feet away from Inkamel. He doesn't necessarily see you, but he is moving. He's not moving rapidly towards the city.
You know that wasn't a very smart idea to send her away.
Send who away?
Well, now we're one dragon off, aren't we?
No.
We didn't.
Or
They're all with you.
everybody. We told her we're all going after Inkmel now.
No, you
So-
told her to go somewhere else, didn't you?
No, it's the 4 of you
Didn't.
plus the 5 dragons.
Okay.
Okay.
Misunderstood.
Kriegerjard says, "Ah, a beast of legend. It will be good to flex my claws again. Come, you, the large-breasted one. Let us spring to action." Okay? He kind of grabs you by the shoulder, and you can feel him. You can feel his hands and his arm just flex with strength as he lifts you in the air, just by your shoulder, Deimos. As he does that, he drops his human facade. This is very different than than Inkamel's transformation. Inkamel's transformation, you can see his body actually becoming and shifting and bulging as the Tarrasque emerged from within him. These dragons are more like they're dropping a facade, um, and it's an ancient form of magic that, or an innate magic that they hold with them. But you could tell that their full presence and their full strength has been there the whole time. As Krigajard lifts you with one hand, you can see rocks beneath his feet beginning to burst upwards, and his skin becomes dark and black as it matches the color of the rock, and his humanoid form drops away as this massive stone dragon bursts out from the ground. He lets forth a roar, and Inkamel's eyes go straight towards him, and the two beasts roar at each other. Inkamel is still quite a bit larger, but
Deimos was blushing
they've
as he
locked
got
eyes
picked.
on each other. What?
Oh, Deimos was blushing as he got picked up because I'm a lady. I'm a big, strong man. Just joking. Let's fuck him up.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna swap a few things around here.
I'll be right back.
Okay. So, Euphemia, which dragon did you want to ride?
The elf.
Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna clear you guys out from the combat tracker. And I am including
We had a long rest since our last fight that I can't even remember what it was.
no,
So.
the previous night did not.
Previous night.
Okay. So this is the plain outside the city. Deimos aboard Krigajard has just shifted into full form. As Inkamel is looking outside the city, and again, leapers are swarming all over this outside the city, like a pack of these small red like ants, just breaking through the walls and just tearing the armies inside apart. Okay. Elwyn, the dragons had arrived in human form. You guys teleported outside the city, and Deimos jumped onto Krigashard, or Krigashard picked Deimos up and went into his dragon form. And the two, and Inkamel and Krigashard, have roared at each other, and they've faced off. Krigashard has taken a step forward, and Inkamel has begun to charge forward to meet Krigashard. The rest of you guys, what do you want to do? Deimos, I'm giving you Krigashard's stat sheet there.
Yeah.
Okay. Rest of you guys, what do you want to do?
I'll ask. I'm terrible with these dragon names. Yeah, I'll ask.
Zarabor?
I knew it had a boar in it. I'll ask Zarabor if he would like to join the battle, and gesture toward.
Zarabor nods his head, and he releases his hand from the hand of Mirix, and he says, "My love, to battle now. I will see you I will see you in the skies and in the flames. And he looks at you, Albrecht, and he takes 2 large steps towards you. And as he does, he drops down onto his hands and legs, and his whole body begins to shift and burst out with heat and flame. Lava beginning to pour out of his back, and it drifts out into the shape of wings, and those wings begin to spread. And as that does, his whole form begins um, to grow as the lava it just begins to bubble out and pour out from within him. Spikes on the outside begin to harden, and his draconic features crystallize as the ground underneath him begins to superheat, and everywhere he steps, the ground melts underneath his feet. Okay? I'm giving you
I'll ask,
Zerabor's sheet. Yes.
I'll ask Mirix if she can take me into battle.
Okay. Mirix, seeing her mate grow into his fullest form, um, turns to you, Owen, and says, "I would be remiss if I did not join my mate in battle." She says, "Climb aboard." Okay. And she... Oh, wait a second here. 1 second, I screwed up the token. That's Zerebor. Alright. She reaches out and takes your hand as your draconic heritage, Elwyn, just rises up within you. You can feel a kinship as your hand intertwines with hers. Here, the mother of flames, the one that you believe your own heritage went back to over millennia past. You can tell that there is indeed shared heritage between the two of you. That's all just a sensation as you two join hands, and as that happens, her form begins to shift and drop away, and pure fire erupts from within her core. The Mirix is smaller than her mate, just slightly. But she should be more agile.
But she makes all the decisions at home.
Yep.
This is Mirix. Okay. And with you on her back, she jumps off and leaps up into the sky and takes to the air. Okay. And Euphemia.
Holy
Teofencia
shit.
looks at you and says, "Well, look at them and all their bluster. Would you care to see how a true dragon heads into battle?"
If you feel the need.
She says, "It's been a long time." She kind of glances a sideways glance at Inkamel. She says, "And that one is one of full of danger. Yes. It will take all my strength. Yes. And yours as well. Yes. Come along, young one. And let us see if the gods shine on us today." As she says that, her hair and her gown begin to flow off, just like as they basically turn into water, and they just pour down in like an endless torrent, and just like flooding the ground underneath you. And through that torrent of water, her basic form emerges up from underneath it, a dragon of pure water. cool. I wasn't sure which ones you guys would pick. All right.
So while Krigashar was like transforming and like on his back, would I have a chance to like hit him with a spell or something?
Hit Krigashar with spell?
Yeah.
Sure. What were you trying to do?
I was hoping to try to death ward him, but I would do it at a higher level, so it would maybe make sense.
Okay, so this is a creature of such size that you're not sure if it'll help, but you can try it for sure.
All right.
Okay. Did you find something wrong, John Albrecht?
It seems funny because it says on his attacks, it says hit 3d 100 plus 125, or bite doesn't even have a number. Like, I'm sure it would roll the correct dice. I just thought it was.
Yeah, it'll roll the correct dice.
Okay. I just thought,
You just gotta mouse over it
15
and click
points
it.
of damage.
No, that doesn't matter. All that matters is what's inside the parentheses.
I figured I was just like. And I just lost the sheet.
Oh, I accidentally closed it here. Okay, so this is the scene. You guys are looking at the battle here. There are leapers all around the ground. They're spread out. There's not, there's only 3,000 of them, so it's not like they're a swarm underneath you, but there are leapers spread out all around the ground. Krigashard is the largest one, and he and Inkamel have begun to face off and head towards each other. Everybody, roll initiative for your respective dragons.
I assume Practinic doesn't want to be outdone, and he'll be joining us shortly.
Practinic. One second here. I think I might have accidentally closed yours, Euphemia. There you go. Okay.
Oh, crap, I thought I got rid of it.
There. All
So
right.
question,
Yes.
sideways.
Okay.
I'm technically riding. So did she get all my bonuses for my riding feat?
No. No. These creatures are so much larger than you guys. You're passengers. You're not mounting her. I mean, you wouldn't want to take the damage. You wouldn't want to take the hits in her place
Yeah,
anyway.
but she would get advantage against AoEs, and she would only take half damage to a lot of stuff. I would never take a hit because I'd die instantly. But
Okay.
she would get like advantages.
Okay. Yeah, I'll let that feat carry through.
You can
How
borrow
do
some of my
I-
hit points.
How do I? Well, since you guys are such great healers and left your
Okay.
party members behind,
Yeah.
how do I roll
Zero
initiative?
point.
So you forgot you were on.
It's a
I'm
dexterity
sorry.
check.
Know that we
Oh,
saved,
just Dex?
right?
Yeah. Krigashard is a
No,
19.
it's not working.
On your sheet, just click the C next to the dex.
Oh,
There you go.
and you
Okay.
closed my sheet again.
Yeah, by accident. I gotta remember not to do that. There we go. I just keep it hidden. Okay. Alright. Alright. Inkamel. Underrolls all of you. Alright. So, at the top of the initiative.
Shot him?
Say what? What'd you say?
Can we one-shot him?
We'll see. Alright. So, top of the initiative, Mirix being the most dexterous makes sense that she moves first. You square off and you see Inkamel and Krigashard bearing down on one another.
Okay, so I will fly. I'm guessing that's 120 feet.
Sure.
And open my awesome dragon jaws and go on a line of fire.
So this is a 300-foot line of fire, right?
Yeah, 360.
Okay.
Dex save.
Okay.
Oh my
He's
god,
going.
this is gonna be so awesome.
He is
Oh,
going to
he's gonna
legendary
do the thing.
resistance this.
Get him out of
Okay,
the way.
here,
early.
I'll just put half on the damage here.
Okay.
It's still gonna be so much. Take that, you son of a bitch.
Okay. The blast of fire goes pouring through the land, and you see Inkamel, and as that crosses over his back and just like rips over him, this massive walking piece of destruction is basically what he is. Doesn't even flinch. His eyes are focused directly on Krigajard, and he keeps walking forward.
Question.
Yeah.
This says fire incarnate. All fire damage dealt by dragon ignores fire resistance, but not immunity.
Okay. All right, so that does double then. So 253 becomes 506. Okay,
Yeah,
I got it.
cool. And I think that's my turn.
Okay.
I can't pass it.
Next up is Krigajard, and then Teofencia is next.
All right. So as Krigashar is moving up, I'm going to use my grappling hook to lasso pretty much on like his back head neck area, as
Okay.
we're just yelling out and just fuck this guy and eat his face off. And I want to pretend we're starting to sink into the ground or swimming through it because that sounds fucking cool.
Yep, you can do that.
We'll use the fight for presence multi attack.
Okay.
Be scared of me, you son of a donkey titty.
He is
Oh,
not
you're
scared of you.
Well, next time you might be, you little bastard. And then we'll bite into him.
Son of a
Okay.
Oh, you think you're tough shit, huh? Okay.
Yeah, as Krigajard goes lunging forward for the bite attack, you see this much larger creature just kind of like brush him off.
Krishar, you ain't gonna take that shit, are you? Krishar's like, no, bro, because we're best friends. Oh, try hitting his belly. He's like, oh, that sounds like a good place. Gosh, all right, we're gonna rethink this strategy, and we're gonna end our turn, but stare menacingly at him.
I should be laughing. I'm so sorry.
Me and
Okay.
Krishar are really gonna rethink our strategies.
Okay. As you end your turn, Inkamel just bellows down to you. He says, "Even with these ancient ones, you are nothing to me." And he brings
Yell
down a
at him.
claw across Krigajard's back. Or he tries to
Tell
anyway.
this guy that I'll make armor out of his.
29. Does 29 hit you?
Can I? Is it possible to use my war priest shit on this?
Sure.
Tell him to suck my titty.
Okay. As he does that, a flash of divine power comes out, and for some reason he's also immune to frighten. Just so you know.
Oh yeah.
Which doesn't make sense that he would be. The claw that would have taken off a chunk of Krigajard's back just gets for some reason doesn't hit, and Krigajard is mystified, and he says, "Oh, you have proven your worth, large breasted one. But come, we have a monster to kill." All right, Teofencia, you're up.
That's
Euphemia,
you.
what are you doing?
Oh. Sorry. So do I move him or what?
You can do whatever you want.
I don't
You
know.
can do whatever you want. You
You
control them.
literally control the dragon.
Uh, so I guess I'll do the breath attack.
Okay.
I have that charged, right? At least the first one.
It is charged, yes. Let's see. Her breath attack, 200-foot cone. So you're going to be in a spot where you can hit him with that.
How much movement do I get?
A
That's
lot
on
of
the
movement.
sheet.
Yeah.
I don't see it.
She has 80-foot
40 feet?
fly.
Or
40-foot move on the ground, 80-foot fly.
So 8 of these little teeny weeny scares that I can't see.
hmm So basically, you can move yourself into position. That's fine. That's easily 80 feet right there.
Okay. How do I target him?
He is now targeted.
Okay, so that.
Okay. A burst of water, a torrent of water goes surging towards him. You can see it as it hits him. It's like the kind of spray of water that would erode a mountain down. That's how much it forces behind it. You can see him just shift slightly as this onslaught of torrential water bursts across him as the tidal surge subsides. You can see definite evidence of the damage across his side. The scales and a lot of the spike fixtures that had been there had just been like corroded and just not corroded, but just like eroded away. He flinches and he turns towards you and lets loose a roar. And anything else?
Is that in full action? I guess.
The breath attacks are indeed in action, a full action, and they recharge
can't do
if
anything else.
on a roll of 5 or 6 at the beginning of your
Which I
turn.
have to do at their turn. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Is he not prone? Or pushed or anything?
He can make a strength save. Let's see here what kind of effect it has on him. It's enough to push him slightly in this direction. He's a much larger creature than you. He is not knocked prone, but it does shift him slightly, as it's almost like the ground underneath him had just been washed away as well. And after the torrent, you see him moved over. Okay. All right, Zerebor, you're up. Who's on Zerebor? Oh, that's Albric.
Oh, I didn't. You cut out for a second. I didn't.
It is your turn.
Up to here. I will do my breath attack as well.
Okay, so this is your lava torrent, and on the plane where water had soaked the ground and ripped away rock and stone, and felled trees and carried them away. Suddenly, a burst of lava from the other direction begins to pour out of Zerebor's mouth. It covers the ground. It sprays all over Inkamel. The heat is immense.
I'll try to target one of his and flash legs, so that way, in case the lava hardens, it might have a chance to.
Okay. So it actually covers ground 100-foot square in front of you. So, go for it.
Do I have to target him, or is he just targeted, or are we just comparing results based?
He's targeted. He's targeted. Oh, he fails that. Alright, he'll use another legendary action. Legendary resistance. Okay, the fire rips up the ground underneath him and the lava, and you do indeed see it bubbling around. It does encase one of his hind legs. The searing smell of of this ancient being's flesh wafts through the air. He stands in front of you. He's definitely wounded, but he's still very strong. Okay. Anything else? Do you want to move or anything like that?
I moved forward, but I'm gonna let Krigazar take the brunt of the hits for right now. Sorry, Deimos old buddy.
We'll fuck this mother trucker up. We're gonna blend him over. We're gonna make
Alright.
armor out of him. Dress him in a
On-
tutu.
Nick was doing?
On his turn, you do see a couple things happen. As he straightens himself up, you can see some of his wounds seal up as his body is rapidly regenerating itself. So he heals up 300 hit points at the top of his turn, and he begins to step forward into you, Krigazard. He is going to
Doesn't
Attack.
Praktinik get a turn after me?
No, Krigashar. Oh shit.
Praktinik has not shown himself in battle yet.
One sec. Dang it. Could you reshare your sheet with me? I'm sorry, I must have closed it out like a dummy.
Krigazard.
Thanks.
Okay.
On Krigashar's reaction, he
Mhm.
gets a reaction, right?
Yes.
Can he do? He's got this make spiky shit when I'm in the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't do much damage, but
Do it. Hits.
take that massive amount of damage, you son of a bitch.
Alright. So, Inkamel raises a large maw as it comes down on against Krigazard. His huge mouth opens wide, his jaws extend, and he comes down and tries to bite down on Krigazard's neck.
If that happens, am I allowed to use a reaction? Oh wait, I already used mine. Never mind.
Yeah, you used it already. So he bites on his neck. You can see stone begin to flake away, and Krigazard just flinches in pain as boulders fall off of his form. Rock this like a small landslide just crumbles down to the ground underneath him. He's grappling you, and with his claw smashes it into the side of Krigazard. And his other claw attack, his other claw does the same thing inside of Krigazard. Okay. He is gonna whip his tail around
Okay,
through the air and try to lash out at you, Mirex, up in the sky. That one. This is a very large tail. On the end of it are these massive barbs that come slashing around.
It says here that I'm immune to that.
To what?
I'm just kidding.
I was gonna say, how in the world is that? This one, it catches Mirex directly, a direct torso hit, and you can see her just wave through the air, just like knocked completely off of her trajectory. She tumbles for a while. It takes her a second to regain her balance, and then her wings flare out, and she catches herself before striking the ground. And she lifts back off, and she soars back around this way. Okay? That's his turn. Alright, your turn, Elwyn, as that has happened. What do you do?
I'm
Could've
gonna
been a lot worse.
fly under Cerebor, give him a little kiss on the tail, and
You can try to
Almost.
recharge your breath attack also. If you use your breath attack, you need to roll a d6 at the top of your turn to try to recharge it. It does not recharge.
No, yeah, not happened. Then I'll come by and I'm gonna bite this motherfucker
Okay.
right in the tail that he hit me with.
Alright, that hits.
That fire is gonna be resisted, so it should be plus plus 6 more damage.
Okay.
Really? 8d20 and I rolled 18 on it? Is
That
even
sucks.
possible? Oh no, so he should take double that, so an extra 18.
Okay,
Right?
that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, so that was a bite and 2 claws, I believe. Yeah. I'm gonna scratch him. Son of a bitch. Ooh, you resist my claws too, huh? Can you resist
There
that?
you go. There you go.
It's nice. Okay.
And I'll fly like right here. That way we're like not in front of his mouth.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
All right. At the end of your turn, he is going to let loose a primal roar, similar to what you guys experienced the first time. Your actual, while you were on the wall. And as he roars, you have to make your Constitution saving throws. Success, 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 success. So everyone succeeds. Thunder damage echoes through the air. You guys are supposed to take half of that. Did not take half.
What time is that? Or
Thunder damage. 44 thunder damage to
Oh.
everybody.
what kind of saving
What
throw
type
was
of
it?
save was it?
Constitution. But you all succeeded.
Yeah. We
Uh-uh.
we as characters don't have to make it, just the dragons, right?
No,
Yeah,
I'm
just the
back.
dragons. You guys are protected by your dragons.
Hell no.
Okay.
Fuck this guy up.
Alright. That was his legendary action. Krigazard's turn.
Alright. So after we both get blasted back by that roar, he's an asshole. Cray, he's gonna, we figured out what to do this time. We're actually gonna hit him with attacks. So we're gonna bite him and claw him twice.
You did not use your breath attack last turn, right? No, you didn't.
No. Oh, why do I have disadvantage?
Oh, you're restrained. He's biting you.
Oh, he's biting me?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. As my action, I don't know how this would work, but I don't know if there'd be some crazy ass roll. If I cast Freedom of Movement on him at like frickin' 8th level or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
do you think it would work?
I'll let you do a check for it. Roll. You burn the spell and use a Wisdom
Burn.
check.
No wisdom, alright.
I'll let. So as you do that, as you cast Freedom of Movement, you can see the effect of the divine energy just kind of like bleed through the air. It's somewhat effective. You're not restrained anymore, but you're still grappled.
Okay,
He's
cool.
still like basically his grip on you slips slightly.
Okay. So, what is it? Still a disadvantage for that attack?
No, it's not.
They're
You can redo it. Yeah, you can redo it.
That's sick. Oh,
If you would roll less,
oh,
better
shit,
than
you
a.
crazy, yo. Yeah,
There you
There
go.
you go. That's the way to make it up.
Oh, yeah, there we go. You sexy son of a bitch.
Okay.
Alright, you know how to do it again.
All right. From your angle down there, Krigazard just raises his head and lashes out with his claw and his fang, and you can see it tearing at the underbelly of Inkamel. You
All
definitely see blood and like Tarrasque blood begin to pour.
And then at the end, well, by bonus action, I'll start doing my shield because we're fucking tanks and we're cool like that. 'Cause
Okay.
we both love Tempest so much. Right, Craig? He's like, yeah, I love Tempest.
All right. Euphemia, your turn.
Is there a roll thing for that?
You gotta roll a d6 to try to recharge your breath.
So that's me.
Okay, I will add 250 to Krigazard.
Sorry, I wish I could manually do it, but I don't want to.
Yeah, it's kind of hard. I got it.
Oops. Sorry.
Hey,
you
it
recharge your
recharges.
breath.
Okay, I'll do that again then.
Okay.
Am I still targeted?
Yes. He fails. That's right. Yeah, he partially resists it, but again, a surge of damage covering over him as this water again erodes spikes, erodes these hardened scales. It just like breaks him down piece by piece, little by little, like a mountain would fall underneath the onslaught of you know, a series of waves. So that's your turn. As his action, his legendary action, he is going to swing his tail your way, Euphemia. He has a very long reach with his tail attack. It's a hit.
Can I shield that?
Would it have? Yeah. Would if it would
Would it-
keep a 30 from hitting?
What's her normal armor? 26? Yeah, that would give me 31, so I'll shield it.
All right, you're fine then.
What did that
433.
kill?
Huh?
3.
That's a level 1 spell.
Oh, that shouldn't have killed you. My bad. Hold on 1 second here. I don't know how your hit
Did it
points
kill
got
me
screwed
again?
up. 26, 55,
Like that
26,
should-
55. I fixed it. You're good. Okay, so the tail comes flying through the air, and the casting of your shield spell manages to barely deflect it. Teofensia is very grateful to you for preventing that vicious blow. All right, Zarabor, you're up.
Does not recharge. So I will get up, deal with him. The frightful presence just for shits and giggles. He is immune to frighten.
Yeah, he's immune to frightened. Just like you guys are. I think.
Waste
What?
resistance on that.
No, he's not.
And you just closed the sheet, so.
Here, sorry. It's a habit.
So
That
yeah, I'll
was
just
mine
do
too, by the way.
a bite attack, and we'll also. It's 25
What?
reach. I don't have to get up close and personal. I'm saying it has 25-foot reach. I don't have to get
Yeah,
that close.
yeah. These are very large creatures. You don't have to be right up close to him.
Got hella reach too, but
Hits.
one D100 I actually rolled 100.
Okay. These massive physical attacks that you're pouring out on him. You can see his scales and his flesh beginning to break underneath the impact of your blows. But again, this is a very large, very resilient creature.
Hey, I'm just proud we got him into the yellow. So
Okay. Practinic is actually Practinic is not there right now.
come on.
Only his first form.
All right. In Kamela's turn, you see again his wounds beginning to heal up, and he is going to let out another roar, but not in a damage-dealing form. This is an anger. You would dare stand against me? And a tail attack against Zarabor.
I assume
Can
I can't use my sword.
Okay, never mind.
It was against Zerbor, not Mirrex. Alright.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm Eric's.
Then a bite attack against Krigajard, continuing the damage of this.
Oh, is it okay if I do my reaction again for that?
Yeah.
Plus 10.
Yeah, make sure you burn it. Okay.
Yes,
You're
sir.
still, because of your divine magic, you're managing to keep him from inflicting more damage, but the claws come in and still manage to strike at the side and the oh, misses that one. Okay. End of his turn. We're back up to the top of the initiative. Mirrex, your turn. It recharges.
Fuck yeah. I'm gonna do it in this direction so I don't hit any of my buddies.
Okay.
Where are you? Fail. Yes.
Okay, he's gonna resist it.
Okay,
Legendary
so I'm just gonna
resistance.
roll it normally. That way, it applies.
It cancels out the resistance, and yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ha 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 ha. That's my turn.
Dragon's flame goes pouring down. This is pure fire, like the pure essence of fire. It would melt through stone. It would like steel, any kind of. This is dragon flame. Any substance that you are familiar with would have just wilted before it. The fire goes and burns through him, but because of his legendary nature, he manages to resist the damage. But you can tell that this would have been a very, very damaging blow otherwise. Before your turn, Krigajard, you hear Inkamil say, "Behold my power! I am not just the breaker of the world, but the skies and the heavens bow before me as well." As that happens, the sky above you darkens, and you can tell that the earth itself and the earth and the sky are responding to his primal nature. He lets loose with his lightning elegy as the pure gravity of his being here, and his primal rage causes the earth and the skies to respond, echoing back and forth, calling back and forth to each other in electric an electric torrent. So, all of you guys. So this is a lightning storm that's all around him. If Praktinic were here, he would be immune. But that's all around him. All of you guys are making this dex saving throw.
Did I make
One
it?
second.
Mirrex succeeded. Everyone else failed.
Legendary resistances, or do we not have those in these?
You can use your legendary resistance, sure, yeah.
Yeah, I'll use one of them.
Advantage though because of Euphemia.
What?
No.
It's an AOE. Didn't you say?
She does,
AoE.
not you guys don't. She gets it. You guys don't get it.
I was saying Typhenzia or Euphemia herself.
Oh, Typhenzia gets it.
Yeah, that's what I was pointing out because she rolled a
Okay.
1. So
Yep. She can re-roll that if she wants. No. She has.
I have mounted feet. Anything that's a dexterity is. If I fail it, I
Yeah,
take half
it's like
damage.
evasion.
If I
It's evasion. It's
succeed-
not
it's evasion. Okay.
Yeah, if I succeed, I take no damage.
Okay.
So did she fail it or not? I don't know what.
She failed it. She absolutely failed it.
Rolled a 1.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll use a
Can I
red.
give her bardic inspiration?
Not right now. You can't.
Just use the legendary resistance.
On your turn, you could have.
What if I just use legendary resistance?
Okay. So we have all successes. If the three of you burn your legendary resistances, so this in half.
Well, I don't get any. Right.
Correct. Since you resisted it, and you have evasion.
You
Alright,
know
so the
the
rest
sad
of you
thing
guys, 240.
We need like 4 to 5 dragon monarchs to help us with this boss. Shit's getting real. before we could try to handle it ourselves.
Hey, we're all still in the green. He's in the yellow. I'm feeling very good.
Okay.
This is Dragon Ball Z. He's Form 1.
All right,
I don't
Cricketard's
think I
turn.
can change my own HP.
I will add it to you. Okay.
You don't have to.
Thanks for pointing it out. I forgot to. All right, Cricketard, your turn.
All right, Cricket McFuck'em Up is gonna kind of like breathe into the groundy area in a cone, hopefully to hit a few of those red whatever leapers too, because I'm immune to poison, and also Mr. Inkmel
Okay.
with his poison breath.
He fails. He's going to use one of his legendary resistances. He has one more. Okay.
How many legendary resistances do we get?
You guys get 3.
On the
Oh.
character sheet that he shared.
Doesn't mean I know how to read it.
And then at the end of my turn, if I could give him 300 hit points back, that'd be super duper sexy.
Okay, 300 back to Cricketard.
And it looks like it's Craig Ray's turn.
All right. Euphemia, your dragon's turn. You can roll a d6 to try to recharge. Ooh, you recharge. Look at you guys.
She's recharged every single turn.
She has. He fails. He's gonna legendary resist this once also. This is his last one. All right.
I'm gonna move that a little bit out.
Okay. All right, Zarabor, you're up.
Wait, can I?
Hmm?
Can I bring her into the other realm?
No. Much too large. It's just you.
We'll attack. I'd attack.
That hits.
Yeah, should hit. Yep.
Okay. Zarabor again unleashing on Inkamel, tearing into the same place that you attacked the first time. His flank is exposed now. You can see just deep red blood pouring from his wounds. On his turn, he heals again at the top of his turn, and he is going to unleash a series of attacks on you. He's going to let go of the grapple on Krigajard. You're no longer grappled. And he's going to turn towards you, Zarabor, and attack with his bite. You're grappled and restrained. He is going to slash into you with a claw. Alright. He's going to lash out with one claw attack. Actually, still carrying you, Zarabor, in his mouth. He's going to flick his head and use his horns to attack Mirex up in the sky. And finally, a tail attack against Krigajard.
Oh, gross. I'll burn my last one. Oh, my not last one. Second to last one, if that's okay. To negate
Will
it.
that
or-
prevent it?
Yeah.
Okay. Krigajard is fortunate. Okay. And on his let's see here. That's it. Top of the initiative, Mirex.
Okay, no breath weapon, but I got myself some teeth and some claws.
And you have a giant staff as well.
Oh. That's my turn.
Okay. All right. As the initiative rolls around again, the lightning elegy, as it dies out, it lasted one full turn. It does release one more barrage of energy at you all before it expires.
Am I out of range?
No. It's a very large AoE. Here goes. Fail, fail, fail. Success for Mirix. So you guys burning your
Yeah.
legendary resistances again? Okay.
What do I get?
You just burn your... You have one left. So... This is the damage. Elwyn takes half that.
I'm not gonna burn my legendary, so she'll take half.
Alright. Krikazard takes that much. Teofentia takes half. 260, 699. Zerabor takes half. Okay.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. I'm hurt.
Alright, Krikazard's turn.
All right. Craig Ray's turn.
Yep.
Roll that thing real fast.
Ooh.
Ooh, there it is. You got it.
I want to assume Craig Ray's a grappler too, but
You could you could grapple him if you want, yeah.
For sure.
Let's see, I don't know what Krikazard's strength is.
I mean, do I only get one? All right. For my attacks, can I burn for a grapple?
You can use one attack for a grapple, and you have two more of your multi attacks.
All right. I'm a freaking Cray. Time to wrestle this son of a bitch down. I think it's just
Okay.
check strength, right?
Yep.
Oh, you janky ass mother trucker. Alright, good thing that was just a warm up to these 2 slashes to the face. Alright, 1 slash to the face. Yeah,
There you
take
go.
that.
Okay.
Probably would have tried
Ooh,
to
nice
move there.
rolls.
That's on my movement. Whew.
Alright.
And then
Did roll a 1, but
Did roll a 1.
shit.
Nice.
Back 500. Great
So
at the time.
964. Yeah, man. That shield is actually doing a lot of work.
This shit. Awesome.
All right. Teofensia's turn.
Oh, dang it.
Does not recharge.
Don't you have enough movement to get to him into my big range?
Yeah, if you want to. You look around and you do see Praktinic doing he's doing like strafing runs around the outside of the city with lightning breath, just like tearing up leapers all around the edge of the city.
never mind. I'm not as mad. I thought he was still in humans. Slightly salty.
Someone's got to defend the city. Otherwise, you guys would be finished with this fight, and the city would be destroyed. Those are 2 terrible rolls. You got one more. Okay, there you go. Okay.
Okay, I'm done.
All right. At the end of his turn, he is going to swing his tail around. Legendary action at Mirix. That'll be a hit with a 28.
Oh, and you can shield Mirax.
Can I shield?
Yes.
Or I'll just shield.
All right. Zerabor's turn. Does not recharge.
To break,
Grapple.
yeah, to break out. One, I think he should be taking damage because he's literally biting fire, but that's just me.
Contested
Would it
strength
take-
check.
But
You
it
take
be
one
a full
action.
action, or
No, just one of your attacks.
I'll do that. But I need the sheet you just closed.
You can actually double click on the token on the map, and it'll bring it up for you.
Oh, there. Do that.
And check.
Strength check. Here we go.
Break out. Nope.
You did. You broke him. You're no longer grappled.
25 feet away again.
Okay.
Oh, it doesn't matter. But just keep distance. And
You're still within his
I-
range, so it does not incur an opportunity attack.
And I will bite him again.
Okay.
That'll hit.
You get one more attack.
Yeah, one more claw attack.
That will miss. Alright. On his turn, he heals more damage. He is going to...
Slay everything to me, you son of a bitch. Come on, take your face on the ground and sit on it.
As you
and I'll
wish.
be- Alright, now if that
Feel
happens,
the fury of millennia.
millennia of my butthole. 1 second, let me click a button, you son of a bitch. Can this shield work a little bit?
I'll let it deflect this first one.
Alright, we'll take it.
I guess this would have been a big hit.
Yeah,
His
I
bite
will.
attack is his strongest one. Alright. Claw attack coming in.
That'll miss. That's a claw.
Yep. Horn attack coming in.
One.
Alright. And a tail attack again against Mirrex in the air. Oh shit. Alright. To the top, Mirrex, your turn. Does not recharge.
Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna try to hit him with the tail this time.
That hits.
And then
Yeah, her
comes
tail
some
is like
claws.
pure fire. It just breaks across his back.
On a D100.
Okay.
Ooh.
It's my turn.
On his turn, he's going to roar again. And this is his basically his lair action, but the roar and the lightning elegy are his lair actions, but he doesn't really have a lair. The whole world is his lair.
Makes sense.
Hmm.
Success, success,
Yeah.
success, success. Everyone succeeds, so everyone takes half of this.
I don't
The
think
roar
any.
is not as damaging.
Was it the dex or what was it?
It's dex. This is
Oh,
constitution save.
constitution.
So 81, everyone takes 40. Okay. Now it is Kriegerjard's turn.
Alright. The Crayster and the Damoster. We're gonna move over here. We're gonna juke to the right. Actually, we're fast, but we're slow and big. But we'll
Yeah.
again breathe into the ground, and if there's any of those things around us, and try to hit this World Breaker butthole with this poison breath thing we got back last turn.
Okay. He fails. He cannot legendary resist it anymore. Oh, that's so much.
Fuck off, son of a bitch.
All right, so the
25 to
acid,
100.
this poison is like just seeping away. You can see his skin just beginning to turn pale green, and the scales begin to just rot and fall off.
Alright, and then we're gonna step back 2 feet. And we're like, walk forward, you son of a bitch, so I can do 2d20 damage. Alright, end of my turn.
All right, his legendary action, he's going to horn attack you, Deimos.
Bat that out of the way. I'll take that hit. Oh shit! Also
Okay.
at the end. So
400.
I get 400 back. So I guess I get
Okay.
10 back after the attack. Or actually,
I did it. Yeah,
400 back.
I did it.
Sick.
Okay. So you have one more of those, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Teofensia's turn.
Sky Swell for the win.
Things are pretty clutch.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Right, to be honest.
I have 0 damage, but I got a buttload of defense.
That's why I think it was best that you went on Krigazard.
Oh, I just like Krigashar because of Guild Wars 2. He was like my favorite dragon.
Yeah. All right, Euphemia.
Oh, my turn again?
Yeah.
Yay. Wait for it, and...
It recharges. Okay, he fails. Oh, that hit so hard.
Okay.
All right. End of your turn. He's gonna use legendary action to hit you with a tail attack.
Nothing to do about that.
Okay. Zarabor, you're up.
Oh wait, can I legendary resist that?
No, that's just an attack.
Oh, okay.
Attack him again.
Go for it. Okay,
Claw attacks. That won't hit.
that will hit. All right. Oh, 101.
Each one got rid of a 0.
All right, so these massive dragons. I mean, this is something like out of a Godzilla movie. These massive creatures are just pounding into each other. Just flame and scale and claw and fang are just like flying everywhere. Just the elements are just ripping this world apart. The ground around you has basically been shocked with fire and lava and ice and poison. It's basically like become like a waste zone. You know, this area. Over in the city, you see Practinic flying over. Doing strafing runs of lightning across and tearing up leapers by the dozens with each pass. There are still a bunch of leapers that have broken through the city walls. Actually, a full half their number have by this point breached the city. There's vicious fighting. There's all kinds of tumults and screams and explosions from inside the city. As this is a huge war. Around your feet, though, you still see several hundred leapers who have not yet made it into the city. You guys have killed quite a few leapers with your AoE attacks. But at this point,
Oh,
Inkamel
how many?
is... Huh?
Towards my,
You each have killed a couple hundred leapers. We'll call it 100 each, actually. 100 each. Because they haven't really been hanging around. So there's several hundred leapers still outside the city, and Inkamel on his turn, wounded, not having expected to encounter this kind of fierce resistance from creatures that could at least somewhat stand toe-to-toe with him. You hear him say, "What is this? Who are you and where did you come from? Come to me, my minions. Lend me your lives, so that I can destroy my enemies." Leapers begin to rush back to him. Some come roaring this way, some come roaring this way. Several begin to pour back out of the city. Not all of them, but a lot of them do. Dozens and dozens. The ones who are near the wall begin to pour back out of the city, and they become rushing in this direction. Deimos, you're surprised because you expect them to start swarming over you, but they don't. They run straight to Inkamel. And the leapers, these red small lizard-like, agile but incredibly strong creatures that look like, just because I have pictures and I like showing pictures, begin to jump up and grab onto Inkamel's. They climb on all over Inkamel. Several of them, at this point, like 40 or 50 of them have climbed up onto him. And as each one grabs onto him, you can see their flesh begin to melt away and burn as they are basically reabsorbed into his body. You see him beginning to recover some life. Not a lot of life, but some life. But more importantly, you see a bloodlust as their bodies steam and burn with this incredible biological heat. The steam begins to just blanket the area like a thick fog. It gets pouring over him. His body begins to heat up as the steam just gets released. His eyes glow and start turning red, and he lets loose another just chaotic roar. So he heals a couple thousand hit points.
Just
But more
Just
importantly, he is enraged.
Enrage,
Not like barbarian enrage. This is a very different enrage.
Oh.
This is Tarrasque enrage. All right. Basically, from now on, all its attacks do max damage.
Oh, no.
Okay. First attack on his turn now comes at you, Krigajard. Since you guys have been eyeing each other this whole time, he comes in with a bite attack that will hit.
I'm just doing my last one.
Your last one? Oh, it's a good use. Good use. Good use. Claw attack on you. Oh, still a hit.
Oh, that
2 hits.
plus 24.
Oh.
Real cool if my armor was above 24.
He's a big freaking rock. I mean,
Oh, no. I totally get it. No, it's, yeah, that's exactly what we
horn attack on you again.
Bring it, you son of a bitch. Fucking break your face off. But you can stop hitting me also.
Hey, this button is fun. This max button is kind of fun. And a tail attack in the
button
sky
first, then
against
made
Mirex.
That hits.
Oh, this was gonna hurt.
Bring it. Yes. Oh, fuck me.
Oh my god.
Could've been on
Like,
Oh wait,
Mirror.
that was the wrong one. That was the cricket. Hold on, that should be against Mirex. There we go. Okay. All right, and you see him enraged. His eyes again glowing red. His body steaming with the heat of these leapers that have lent him their life. You know, a good 70 or 80 leapers have gone on and reabsorbed into his flesh by this point. Okay, Mirex, your turn. Does not recharge.
Okay. God damn it. Like one more hit and I'm done. Fuck it. I'm gonna bite. That should be an extra 49.
Already, no resistance. I think that's already programmed in.
No, it's because I bypass fire resistance.
Yeah. So how much
I
extra?
already think that's programmed in.
No, it's not. It's not. How much extra? 80, 20, 49, 30. Okay, I got it.
You got it? Okay, good. Because I hate. It's too late to do maths.
Okay. It hits.
Well, out of the couple thousand that he regened, I brought him down a couple hundred. That's my turn.
Almost
I'll be
a
right
couple.
back.
You did. You got 1,000.
Okay. Um, at the second here.
Lightning guy, we need your help now.
Back to
Proctinic?
Nebularos.
Where's gosh dang Ford Dragon?
Okay.
The one I want to see.
So this is again the top of the round. He is going to use his lightning elegy because it is time for that to come back around. Again, he calls out, and as lightning, as the sky and the earth respond to his just primal essence, lightning begins to zap back and forth between the sky and the earth, just tearing up, ripping large boulders and chunks out of the ground with massive explosions. Rocks and trees and stuff fly all over the place. Lightning elegy, dexterity saving throws. Mirek succeeds. Everyone else fails. I think you guys have one more.
Yeah, I've got one more. Two. She's used one left.
Yeah, I got one left.
I take half damage. Oh wait, no, is this a lightning again? No.
This
oh,
is
no.
lightning, yeah.
I'm going to take
So
half
you
damage. I'm not going to use not going to.
Okay. Well, here is the damages, and we will calculate who gets hit by what. Okay. So half of that to Mirex. Oh, Ellen's not here. Mirex is out. She the lightning just flies through her, electrifying her whole being, and she begins to plummet down and smashes down into the earth below with Elwyn on her back. Krigajard, let's see, that's 330, so 3187. Some quick math. Teofencia, you didn't use your thing, so you take half this. 1475. And Zarabor, 1981. There we go. Oops. There we go.
Whew.
Okay, Krigajard's turn.
Oh man, shit's getting fucking real. Real fast. Oh. I keep trying to get a little closer over here. Gonna have to just lay in, because I'm a cray-cray. Actually, how lucky does Krigashar think he is? Alright.
I don't know.
Yep, there we go. Evens is totally heads. Oh, suck
Okay.
a dick. As I'm flipping this coin I got from Good or Gold. It's a natural crit.
That's right.
If not, it's
It is.
one.
Okay. Alright. You get your crit. Heads is even, right? Yep.
Yep. Did I roll that? Fuck. I didn't roll that right, did I?
Here, I'm going to heal that off of him, so you can hold down shift when you do it. Do it again.
I think my
Shit,
shift
bad
might-
stuff happens when I
Right.
leave.
Actually, there you go. That's fine. You 2 hits. That's fine.
Okay. And
Okay.
then just my regular attacks. Oops. Oh. I rolled that one and then the other one.
Okay.
Cray Cray is getting
Okay.
serious, but this guy's fucking crazy.
Mirax died, by the way.
Yeah, I know. I can't get there all the way. That's real far away.
I'm telling Elle when he's back.
Oh, and I guess Cray Cray gonna get, yeah.
I healed him. Okay.
Also,
Alright.
What
just
the
because I
fuck?
can, I have a action. I'll use my gosh dang 9th level spell. I give Cray Cray 700 hit points back.
Yes, you can. Alright. Use your heal spell. Alright. Yeah, Elwyn, while you were out, he used his lightning elegy again, and it blasted Mirex out of the sky, even though she succeeded her save.
Cool.
Alright. Legendary action on his turn. Tail attack against Zarabor. His tail whips around. That will hit. Incoming max damage. Crunch. Alright. Euphemia's turn.
Oops.
Euphemia?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, okay. There you go. Your mic was giving off a lot of static. Alright. One hit. Okay. Anything else?
Anything I can do?
I don't know, is there?
Can I bark inspiration my dragon?
Yes.
Okay.
Alright. While that happens, his legendary action, he is going to attack you with a claw attack.
So 26. So I'm gonna
Yes.
shield it.
Okay. Zarabor, you're up.
Oh, come
Does not
on.
recharge. Man, you've gotten so unlucky with that.
Yes. Oh. There
Okay.
we go.
Nice. Okay.
Can use my Gauntlet's ability to have him roll a hit dice and regain hit points.
No.
I can't just like take it off my wrist and put it on like a horn on his back.
No, not quite. Not quite. Because I don't know how many hit dice he has. Or what kind of hit dice he has. Probably D100s. Alright. Top of his turn.
That's all I
yeah.
got. Yeah, all my other stuff. It's specifically attuned to me, so yeah, that's all I got.
Okay. Top of his turn, he is going to continue to lay into Kriegerjar, since Kriegerjar is the one who's been just really stoking the flames of his hatred. Bite attack against Kriegerjar. I think he's out of those things, so... Oh, I forgot to max that. Well, 100,
Don't worry about
150
it.
more.
Just leave it.
It was close to max already. Look at those rolls.
It was. Let's just leave it. Really
20.
popping in and out with static, by the way.
Me? Or you? That's Euphemia. Euphemia's doing the static. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I'm letting her know.
Okay. That's his bite attack. He comes in with a follow-up claw attack against Kriegerjar. That will also hit. Horn attack against Kriegerjar.
God. Oh no.
And with that, the large rock beast, you can see as like a mountain crumbling to the ground, imploding on itself as in a torrent of rocks falling, Kriegerjar goes collapsing down to the ground. And he's going to swing a tail at Teofencia. Wait, that was against Kriegerjar. Hold on. Wrong character. There. Okay.
Oh shit.
Do I get my health back?
You do not. Alright.
Wow.
He hit you.
Yeah,
So
dude,
it's wrong
bad
character.
stuff happens when you leave.
Oh.
You
Now,
said it
Alright.
was wrong character.
so this up close
No, it did
for-
damage to Kriegerjar, not to yours. I corrected it
Oh.
because he swung it at you. Alright.
Is there a
Wait,
What?
no chance?
Wait. Oh wait.
It was a 43 to attack. You weren't shielding that.
Well, I had bardic inspiration. I was thinking That's a
Plus
D12, so I would have to get a D43. So
Yeah.
if I rolled a 12, I could do it. But I'm not
Try
gonna.
it.
Nah, that's one in a lifetime.
Okay. So,
Doesn't hurt.
Nope.
Nope.
I'm just
all right.
all right.
So Elwin, you're here, right?
Yep.
Okay. As your dragon collapses down to the ground and you fall down in a heap and you fall 100 feet out of the air, mounted to this dragon as you fall. You could drop off. Are you going to detach from her and fly off, or are you going to land with her?
I'll I don't want to die when it crashes, so yeah, I'll fly a little bit, but I would definitely want to be next to her if she transforms into human form to give her one of my potions.
Okay. She hits the ground. No, her natural form is dragon, so she's not
Okay.
gonna go back to human. But her large form is slammed into the earth, completely broken. Um, the lightning storm still clattering around you. You look around, a little bit of despair in your eyes as you look up, and you do feel um, a cool presence come over you as a shadow. The place is already bathed in shadow because of the lightning storm over you. But it seems like the sky turns even darker, and you hear a voice echo through your mind. It says, "Take heart, young elf. I have arrived, and I intend to end this combat." All right. You are now
Nice.
you are now in charge of Nebularos.
Oh, you lucky bastard.
Fuck yeah, I am.
Bastard.
Okay.
I wanted that after Terrabor died.
No nebulados for you.
Break Gray ain't gonna die. Break Gray.
The character sheet just because I'm curious. Curious.
Okay, Nebularos is there.
Ooh.
His.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Damn.
All right. At the end of at the top of the initiative again, there's going to be another wave of lightning elegy that's going to go out as the lightning storm
Yeah.
dissipates, but it does have a second hit. So Kriegerjard's dead. Oops.
Mm.
Lightning elegy.
Yeah.
Fail,
I'm
fail.
so dead.
Fail. Nebularis, you can choose to succeed. He still has legendary actions.
Definitely
I'm gonna
succeed.
use my legendary action.
Okay. So you will take no damage from this. The only one. Let's see. Here's the damage. Nebularis takes half, and so does Zarabor.
Yep, I'm dead.
Okay.
Oh my god, I love my job. I get paid on the 30th and on the 15th, and I get paid right at midnight. And it's midnight right now,
Uh-huh.
and they overpaid me like $400 this check.
By accident?
Well, I'm sure
that's
I
crazy.
worked for it somehow, but
That's
You'd be
crazy.
surprised.
it's like it's like $400 more than I usually get.
Yeah, how I do is I've been overpaid twice this year already. They'll like HR will like not HR but the manager whatever things. They do the payroll and it goes through 2 people for payroll. And sometimes they double up Mondays for some crazy reason, so I get paid for Mondays twice.
I think this
Crazy.
year, because it's the first check of the year, they're giving me like a lot of extra money because I close, because we go through Eastern time, so I get out like at 2 a.m. Eastern time. So I think that's what the extra stuff is.
I know Microsoft
I'm
gave
not
a
complaining.
bonus out based on like I think like the percentage of your average pay.
I didn't get shit.
No, really?
That's
Yeah.
wild.
Oh, boo.
All right. At this point, Krigajard is on the ground. Teofencia, Euphemia, it's your turn.
Can I heal? Try to heal him on my turn? Well,
Uh,
sure he doesn't try.
You're out of
And I'm
charges on
sure.
your shield, right?
No, not that. But like, can I do like the 6th level spell for just the heal? I'm just trying to stabilize him as much as I can.
Yeah.
I'm sure that won't actually bring him up, but it'll
Yeah.
make sure he doesn't.
It does keep him from dying for sure. It stabilizes him. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, that's all.
All right. Zarabor is unconscious on the ground. As Zarabor oh, he was on the ground anyway, so you didn't really have far to fall. What are you doing, Albric?
Would healing do anything? Would it save him the same way that a 6th spell slot would?
If you did, what kind of healing?
Bitter healing?
You can certainly try to stabilize him.
2 potions of greater healing and right down his maw.
Okay.
Save one for myself,
Zarabor's
just in
form,
case.
but you can see that on his very large form, this is a very small amount of healing energy, but it is just enough to keep him from slipping over the precipice of death. Okay.
And then I'm going to start running towards Practinic, yelling as loud as I can.
All right. As you rush over in that direction, you see that he has already you gather his attention. He's kind of like over here. He just come across a pass with lightning breath, and he sees you rushing towards him. You're shouting and looking, and he sees his fallen comrades, and he flies over with the rest of his movement, and he lets loose a torrent of lightning and of wind, actually, at Inkamel with his Breath of Gales attack. Bursting, like this like typhoon wind comes across this direction. It's like carrying with it. It's a wind so sharp that it cuts like blades. You can see these large gashes being opened up in Inkamel's form. The steam that's surrounding him gets kind of like wafted away, and his body just emanating this glowing red heat. And large gashes are being cut and opened up all over his body. All right, Nebularis. Actually,
Do
he's
I
gonna.
get control of him? Or?
You're not there yet. If you can get to him, you can control him. He is going to swing a tail attack out before your turn.
Let me see. Okay. That hurt.
All right, your turn.
Can you? I think is shield within range of that.
Yeah, but
Would it have
I didn't like say it fast enough. It's cool. Nebularo is just gonna use the coolest attack name ever, Stellar Flare Breath.
Okay, he fails.
Take that, you motherfucker.
Let's see here. 3D.
Fucking red.
Okay, so that
We can
took
do
the
this one.
All right, so actually that's 1473. So there's a bug in Fantasy Grounds when you roll too many dice that it doesn't count them. You can see it counted the 30d the fire damage, but it didn't do the radiant damage at all. Radiant damage 0.
Right.
You see that?
Okay. Yeah.
So just type Type slash die 30d100.
There you go.
Like that. Okay.
I'll
That's
take
radiant
it.
damage.
Holy shit.
With those two
Okay.
ones and a 3.
All right. So this massive beam of cosmic energy intertwined. You can see the stars. Like it's almost like a contained supernova. Just begins to coagulate within Nebularos' dark form, and in the middle of his pure blackness, like the blackness of space, you see this bright light begin to emerge. A very focused beam of pure star energy surges out, and it bursts through Inkamel. You see this massive creature towering over the landscape. A huge blast goes through and it punches a hole in his side the size of a hilltop. Inkamel roars in pain and agony as his body just tremors and shakes, and his eyes, once red with fire and flame, roll back, and they go dull and gray, and his whole form just slumps down to the ground, collapsing. This massive, crushing weight slams down onto the ground.
I just got chills. This is awesome.
In the city, you hear you hear the screams subsiding, and you guys hear from where you are some sounds that are the distinct sounds to you anyway, distinct sounds of gunfire. And
Oh, now
then,
he shows up.
and bursting out from the middle of the city, another large form just towering over, large wings, crystal wings, spanning over the building tops and the peaks in the city, and on her back, you see Antares just firing down into the ground. A cone of frost breath, just pinpoint icicles, just leaving her mouth, and as you see it with targeted accuracy, skewering leapers all throughout the city, as she can like pinpoint fire each one of them. She comes soaring gently over the plain and lands right there in the middle of where you guys are. This is Shaylin, and on her back is Antares' saber. That. And the body is steaming, and Praktinic says to her, Shaylin, she says, save our comrades before they are lost to the fates and to the depths of hell. Shaylin focuses her form, and you can tell that she is different than the rest of them, and just in makeup. Her abilities are slightly different than the rest, and a coolness begins to take over the area. Where there was fire from the two flame dragons, and fire and steam and pure heat and hatred from Inkamel. The sky again turned once dark, now begins to turn light as a snowfall begins. I mean, the healing energy of the snow hits and blankets the area, Shaylin's healing rain, healing snowfall covers you all. You see the dragons begin to stir slightly. They're definitely nowhere near fully cured, but everyone gets 500 hit points.
Damn. I have a question.
Yes.
Does Shaylin look pregnant?
You wouldn't know what a pregnant dragon looked like if you saw one.
I would.
Oh, that's a nat 20 on that perception.
Yeah, I want to throw out really weird. It's like a half human,
Hated dwarf, yes.
half like it's like a quarter human, quarter demon,
Roll-
quarter super fucking dragon. This thing is to be fucking terrible.
Albrecht, roll a d20.
Roll of the century right here, guys.
I'm gonna guide you. Ah,
No, she's not pregnant. That'd be kind of fun if she were, but she's not. Okay. Um, as she releases her healing essence across the plain, a cool wind takes the area, and Practinic settles on the ground. The fallen dragons regain their constitution. Shudder up. Krigajard turns to you, Deimos, and says, "A battle for the ages. Incredible. This beast.
shit, that was cool.
This beast is unlike any I've ever seen before. Nebularos, the dragons have returned to this world." Nebularos, with you still on his back, Elwyn says, "We have indeed, old friend. And yet, my heart beats uneasy about it all. What's of the city?" And Shaylin says, "The tides have turned. Many of these creatures had exited to help their master, and the rest within I was able to slay or are being killed by the forces within. Many lives were lost, but the danger is lessening with every moment." Zarabor says to you as he picks up his broken form. He flaps his wings, a big gust of hot air covering the landscape. And the way he flies, he's kind of awkward when he flies. Mirex is much more agile. He's basically lava incarnate. It's very heavy. It's very labored as his wings just beat the air, steaming, just superheating the air around him. He lifts off the ground slightly, just enough to land by his mate, and he lands by her and says, "My love," he says, "are you well? If this creature had slain you." And Mirix looks up to him, and you hear her voice comforting her husband. Yes, "I had fallen, but my time has not yet come." Yeah. Zaraboris turns to you, Albrecht, and says, "What of this creature? What would you have us do with this monstrosity?"
Armor.
Burn it all to hell. Is what I think we should do.
Mm.
Unload with the fire and the lava and the radiant, and just
Is that what you guys want to do?
Um, you say that as he's talking about that, Deimos is like kicking shit off of this guy. I'm picking these cool things. I'm like, I'm gonna put this on my shoulder. I'm gonna put this right here, over here on my left leg. I'm like some sick ass armor.
As you're touching it, Deimos, roll a Constitution saving throw, just real quick. I just want to see what happens here.
Oh, dang it.
Alright, you're fine. You take half this in fire damage as the heat just pouring off of his form. Um, Actually, you guys aren't on the character sheet anymore. Here, I'll add that to you. Okay. Has just like singes your hand. But you do see that as you pick it up, the scale, the large scale that you picked up in your hand, crumbles away, and just burns up in steam, as this whole body begins to just burn off waste heat. The
Some
form
bullshit.
itself begins to contract upon itself, just burning away. This massive plumes of steam rising up in the air.
it becomes a normal sized Tarrasque.
He's still shrinking. Okay. From the distance, the screams of the city are beginning to turn to shouts of victory. As you can tell, that a lot of parts of the city are beginning to be cleared. Okay, around you, you do see some stray leapers running and fleeing away. A couple dozen in various directions. But I'm not terribly concerned about that right now. What do you guys want to do?
I want to go see what's going to end up in the middle of this big ash pile.
Okay. All right.
Can I ask one of the dragons to take a dump, and hopefully it's diamonds, and we can just sell them and get a bunch of shit?
Okay. So as you guys, so as this form, so there's this big plume of steam just letting off in this whole central area, and like I said, this whole place is blackened because of the fight that's been going on. So you guys are in the middle of this blackened landscape. The dragons are there in various stages of health, and as the steam just washes over you, you guys, as and it begins to carry away, you guys head towards the center of the crater just to see what's going on in the middle there. Um, and as the air clears,
Just want to make sure he's dead.
um, as the air clears, let's see here.
Itty, itty, bitty.
I was like, just ignite the son of a bitch with your super staff of fuck you.
Yeah, I was thinking.
Yeah, burn the shit out of that son of
that.
a city.
I'm gonna ask Nebularis if he can add this awesome stellar breath to my staff.
um, in the center of this cavern, of this crater, a very small, frail, completely naked now because all his clothes had burned off, broken human form, very frail, like emaciated almost. Its arms just completely eaten away. He looks actually pretty pathetic in the middle of this blackened crater. Is the
That's what he
form
gets for wearing that earring.
of Inkamel.
Yeah.
Burn it. Burn it all to hell. I'm just pointing and just yelling, burn it. At the top of my
Okay.
lungs.
All right. So you want the dragons to burn it?
I
Them
think
to burn
Elwin,
Yes.
the human form.
didn't you just
No,
like
I will do it with my
eviscerate it?
staff.
Okay, yeah, I want Elwin to do it with his staff.
Okay, Elwin, let's see, you're on the back of Nebularos, right? He sets down at the edge of the crater, or just like right over there, and actually he sets down close to the form, and you slide off, and as you slide off his back, you're just 30 feet away from the body of Inkamel, and you take out your staff, your Drakesa, Shaylin's Fury, and you point it at him. And as you're about to activate it, your eyes just go red, and something arises in front of you. A form, a reddish, small, very very feminine-ish looking form, and you look around, and there are several of these arising all around, but the one is gazing deep into your eyes, and you find yourself just pausing for the briefest of moments. One of these creatures is standing in front of you,
It's a
and
drunk.
right, and you just find yourself just pause, frozen in place for a second. Okay, what's that, Albrecht?
Oh, nothing. I was a mistake.
Okay.
Burn
The
'em,
rest of you
dragons,
guys,
burn 'em. Burn
the
'em
rest of you
all.
guys, okay. As these creatures appear, Krigajard shouts out, "What is this? What is this? Who are these creatures?" And Zarabor says, "I know not, but they are of no good." And he flaps his wings up into the air. "Come, my love!" And Mirix again takes to the air also, and they do this pass by here, and you can see their flame breath strike the ground, the lava and the fire mixing in the ground, and it begins to strafe over to where Inkamel's body is. But as their flames are about to strike his body, all of a sudden their mouths shut and their heads snap upward like as if they were yanked by this massive chain, and they hang in the air limp, just frozen and stuck in place, their mouths like grappled shut almost, and the flame stops. Zerebor says, "What of this?" And he turns up, and he himself is grabbed and hauled up into the sky. His whole body just like convulsing, and he's trying to fight and tear and pull away against this force, but it's almost like they're being tractor beam lifted up into the sky. Nebularos, Zerebor, Mirex, all being pulled up into the sky. Over where you are, Euphemia, Teofensia just begins to shudder and shake as well. You can see her just fighting and trying to tear away from this force, but she begins to be drawn up into the sky as well. Krigajard's whole form begins to be lifted up, and Praktinic, trying to, the fastest of all of them, tries to flap his wings and dart away into the wind, but he is caught up in the storms, in the clouds, and the cloud itself is drawn back. They're all being like tractor beamed off up to some point up in the sky over here.
What the fuck? Can I do something, or am I like stunned or
You're
looking at this?
you are at this moment, you are entranced. Um, if you can make a wisdom saving throw if you want to try to do something.
Absolutely. I will lucky
Okay,
that.
you're stuck. Okay. Okay. You find yourself able to move slightly. You tear yourself away from the gaze of these creatures, just focusing on your eyes. You look around briefly, and you look around, and you can see that your friends, all of them, Deimos and Albric and Euphemia, likewise have one of these creatures standing in front of them, just gazing into their eyes, stunning them.
Okay. Can I see if there's one in front of each one, can I see which one's the one that's doing the thing that's pulling the dragons?
It's none of them.
That's most likely their god. The female
Okay.
dragon.
Um
Make a
I
perception check.
will
All of you guys can make a perception check.
shit.
Albric, from where you were next to Zerebor earlier, and you're the furthest north, you see that up in the sky, high, pretty high, way high up in the sky, that these dragons are fighting and flailing, but they're drawn up in that direction. All of them just floating, kicking, just like these massive creatures, just being pulled up in their direction. Is a single individual, a lady, her hair dark, her body clothed in black, almost dragon scale armor.
Yep. It's Tiamat.
Dibs.
Okay. And then Elwyn, with that the red-faced female demons, the fiends in front of you, they let loose a little bit of a giggle, and she comes to you, and wraps her arm around you, and just gazing into your eyes, and says, "Mistress has need of you still. Watch and observe." And in the center of the pit, you look and you see one more creature there, a very dark creature, and yet one of far more enchanting and far more alluring than any of these other beings you see around you, even more so than Tiamat up in the sky. Crouched over the body of Inkamel is this person.
Ooh. I'm gonna cast Disintegrate at it.
That's the succubus, the one from the very first episode.
Yeah. Can I yell at Elwyn?
Yeah, you can shout.
No, can I spell can I cast Or where's my staff like when I try to use it? Did I use a charge, and it just
No, you
didn't
did not.
happen?
You
No.
did not.
Can I take this chance to use my staff and shoot it at the body of Inkamel?
Um,
Make sure she doesn't grab it and take it somewhere and do nasty stuff with
go
it.
ahead. Go ahead, cast it.
Okay. Well, I just. What do you want me to roll?
Um, just roll the damage, actually.
Bam.
Buddy.
Okay, that's nice. That was that it?
Okay.
Yeah, 2d100. Okay. As the twin beams suddenly erupt from the mouth of your dragon staff, the succubus on you, attached to you, just screeches as she's blown off by the shock of the power. You see this dark creature standing over Inkamel. Look up, and as the beams come spiraling into her like a double helix, they both intertwine and spiral towards her. You see her take one of her claws, and she puts it on her opposite forearm, and she rakes it across her forearm, and out of it spills this inky black blood. And as the blood mists up in the air and into a dark cloud, she looks up at the twin beams, and with the um, the dark essence of her blood filling the air, she forms this cloud of blackness that just swallows up the two beams into it. It just like absorbs it like a black hole would into this dark cloud of blood surrounding her arm,
Okay. Impressive.
which
Most
is actually an ability
impressive.
that she has. Actually, an ability that she has. And she says, "Wouldn't want to get hasty now." She says, "My love has plans for this one yet." With one hand, she picks up the poor body. She says, "Ah, poor Inkamel. Not um, fallen so short of your prime. Never met your potential." She says, "He will not be pleased." And she looks at you all, and she says, she turns to the sky. She says, she shouts up into the sky, "Dragon bitch, take these ones away. We have plans for them." And in the air, um, Tiamat in human form pulls on these invisible chains, and all the dragons are they lurch to attention along with it. And she turns and she soars off towards the north, and the dragons are hauled along with her, kind of like a I don't know, they're just all towed behind her as if they're attached to these chains. Um, and Malconthet says, "Sisters, these ones here have caused much trouble for us. Deal with them. I must deliver this one to my lord and my love." And with that, she looks at you, Elwyn, and she says, "You have stepped too far. This world is not yours to trifle with. The plans above have progressed so much farther than you know. Even now, Asmodeus storms the gates of truth. Time." And you're staring at her, and for a minute she seems far away, but also at the same time she seems to be standing right in front of you. And it surprises you almost, Elwyn, as a single black clawed hand reaches up and strokes your cheek. She says, "Time is not on your side, darling. Enjoy your last few minutes. I give it to you with pleasure." And with a blink, she's gone. And you guys are surrounded by about a dozen of these creatures.
Already used Sky Swell. Let's roll initiative. I'm ready.
Okay. Okay.
Well, that was something. Still taking
Picture
it all
for
in.
the, great picture for the succubi, by the way.
Yes. The ones on you look if you Google succubi, you get a lot of really like stupid anime skanky little ones. It took me a while to find this one that would actually work. You know. Okay. So there's right now where you guys are. There are 12 succubi all around you.
I want to into them. But I did start running once Elwin unleashed his staff. I would have started running towards the bitch.
Yeah. Okay. So you guys are in this crater, like this.
While you set that
Euphemia,
up,
you're
I'm
down
gonna
here.
go grab a drink real quick.
Go for it.
I'll be right back.
Low on hit points.
Yeah, that's what you guys had before you started this whole fight.
Wouldn't the,
I'm sure where Deimos got
the
up to.
big heal from the dragon,
Yeah.
like, heal us when they healed everyone?
No, the damage from the Tarrasque wasn't hitting you, so the big heal from the dragon wouldn't hit you either. We'll call that fair.
Oh, well, I reset everything, so my bad. Full health. I was
You
at
did?
155.
Sure, that's fine.
155.
I wonder where Deimos went. Let me text him real quick. I'll speak
He
hard
said
without
his
him.
internet went out. Stupid Canada Wi-Fi.
Okay.
Deimos isn't in Canada.
He travels a lot, so maybe his. I will put Deimos in.
The Discord chat.
Oh man, that sucks. All right. So I'm putting Deimos in. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3.
That's up against 12 succubi with Euphemia and Elwin on the brink of death. Here we go.
Okay. So this is what it looks like. Instantly. Or actually, everyone roll initiative. Let's do that. Actually, Deimos would have been up here.
Great tokens, man. Sorry, Elwin, you look kind of screwed, to be honest.
That one's getting a drink. Euphemia, roll initiative. Deimos will roll initiative. Okay.
Sorry, Euphemia.
I will roll for Elwin.
Elwin has to roll too, but he said he was gonna be right back.
Okay. Alright. We can take a minute break, just a break for a second until Elwin gets back here. And see if Deimos gets in.
Off a drink.
I'm gonna grab a glass of water too. Be right back. Alright, I'm back. Man, sucky time for Deimos' internet to go out.
Yep.
I'm texting him. I can play his character if we need to. Alright. So, at the top of the initiative, 2 of the succubi go first. Is everyone here? I think Euphemia, you back yet?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't like.
Okay. Alright. At the top of the initiative, you instantly see 6 of the succubi, half of them begin to laugh and giggle, and they flap these dark. Actually, in this picture they don't have wings, but they do fly up into the air, and one of them says, "Sisters, have fun with these playthings. We will find our own toys to deal with." And they take off west towards the city. These 6 stay behind, and they say, "Oh, enjoy, we shall." And number 6 or number 3, which one here? Which one's this? Okay, this one here, Elwyn comes at you, which I guess you're pretty hurt, aren't you? She's gonna do a wisdom saving throw on you to try to charm you. Can you... Alright, you're gonna luck it. Okay, you save. You are not charmed. As she gazes back into your eyes, you can feel her staring into you with her alluring but still fiendish presence. You can hear her whispers in your mind. She says, "Give in, and see what I can do for you. Come, love, don't fight." This one is going to rush towards you, Kildrak, and she is going to try to grab you. She's going to try to grapple you. Just like grab onto you. Oh, she misses. Alright, Elwyn, your turn.
Okay. As an action, I'm gonna drink a potion of superior healing,
Okay.
and then I will quicken. A chain lightning on some of these ladies.
Okay. Oh, they all fail. Okay.
Good to know. And that is my turn.
Alright, Albrecht, you're up. You see this one staring into your eyes. One trying to grab you. The other one behind you is also trying to... She's chasing you, basically. As you're rushing in, she's flying along behind you, bearing down really quickly.
I will just go for succubus number 1. I'll swing away, because that's what I do best. Already enraged before the battle started. Act recklessly, of course, because why wouldn't I?
Mm-hmm.
Ow. Wow. Had anything to damage. Wow. Okay, let's get these out of the way early. An attack.
I think Euphemia's trying to communicate in Morse code.
That's what I'm at from that.
Yeah, Euphemia, your mic keeps kicking in and out. It's very static, distortion-y.
Add a hit dice to the spiked armor hit.
Okay.
Total of 8 more.
more to number 1. Okay.
Turn.
They're pretty frail. They're not any more. They don't have any more strength or constitution than high level adventurer. Basically, um, their strengths lie elsewhere. Let's say.
We're
Okay.
way beyond
Number
that.
3 is coming up towards you, Elwyn, and she is likewise. And instead of while the other one is trying to stare into your eyes and trying to charm you, this one grabs you by the back and says by the back of the head, and she says to you, "Give us a kiss, love." And you get to make a Constitution saving throw as she leans in and tries to join her lips with yours. Okay, is that all you got?
Mm-hmm.
All right. She leans in to kiss you, and as she does so, her lips lock on with yours, and there is an incredible sensuality about it, as she kisses you deeper and with more fire than any woman you've ever known. But for the split second that it is enjoyable, it quickly turns painful as you realize that this kiss is going is not just driving into your into your mouth physically, but it's also just seeping into your mind, and soon you begin to shriek out in pain as she stays locked onto your lips. You take a second here. Psychic damage. Okay. This one behind you, Albrecht, finally catches up with you, and you see her just fly around in front of you, and she stares deeply into your eyes, and you hear this voice in your mind saying, "Give in. Give in to what you want. We can be everything together." You make a wisdom saving throw, which you are currently failing. Is there anything you can do to try to not fail that?
Not as a barbarian, no.
Okay. Are you resistant to charm effects when raged?
Ooh,
Or is that the other
I
barbarian?
got the book up right now.
I should have had advantage on that.
Should you have?
No,
Oh,
no,
yeah, but
that's the Path of the Berserker.
Yeah, it's Berserker Barbarian. Okay. You are suddenly, as she's looking into your eyes, Kildrak, you find yourself unwilling to resist her. And you find yourself completely entranced by her presence. You know that if she were to ask you to do something, you would have a hard time. It would almost be impossible for you to resist it. Okay. Deimos is going to take this the succubus in front of him, say something about his breasts being larger than hers, and try to punch her in the face. Actually,
That's
no. Deimos is going to actually forego the punching in the face, and he's going to run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 this way. He will incur an attack of opportunity in 1 second. He's going to throw out a heal spell on you, Elwyn. Okay.
Yeah,
As
buddy.
his action, and as his bonus action, he is going to... I don't think he can do anything as a bonus action from this spot. Okay. The succubus is going to be no. She's just cry out no. She's going to chase Deimos, and she's going to try to charm him. He succeeds. This succubus in front of you, Euphemia, is going to gaze into your eyes, and she's going to try to charm you. You're currently
She should
failing
get
this charm.
advantage.
Oh yeah, because she's a
She has
Drow.
advantage.
Still failing. Is there anything you can do, Euphemia, to negate that or increase your odds?
Nope.
Okay, you are charmed. And actually, Kildrek is charmed. Okay, Euphemia, it's your turn. You can make a Wisdom save to try to shake off the effects of it. And you should have advantage against on this because it is a charm effect. Okay. Well, in your mind, she says, "You're so beautiful. You strike down the ones who look down on you. Kill the half-elf." Okay, you have to use your action to attack Elwyn.
She should get another save because it's kind of hard to believe that Yumi is beautiful. Oh my god, this is gonna hurt.
Can she get there? She can get there. She might kill you.
So can you
Yeah.
can you hear me?
Roll
No,
23
that's the first thing I've
and
heard.
below.
That's the first thing
Okay.
I've heard.
So level 9 sword dancer.
You're gonna burn your...
9 hits.
She's burning her level 9 spell. This campaign might end right here.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
We all know she secretly wanted to do this on the inside because she's burning her level 9 spell.
So
Okay, hold on a second.
hit.
Are you shielding Elwyn?
I would block 1, 2 of them, 3 of them. I would block.
Okay.
Sure, I'll burn a spell slot.
2, 3, 4, 5 hits in a crit, Euphemia. No, the last one was an automatic one. 4 hits in a crit. Okay, hold on. Hold on a second here. Let me put that on Elwyn. 1, 2, 3,
Isn't that going on?
4. No, you weren't. You didn't have a target. Okay, the second to last one sends him unconscious. Okay. As you go in there and you let loose
Plus
on
it's got
Elwyn.
bleeding, so every time it's his turn, he's gonna get a automatic crit death.
All right, Elwyn, you're unconscious on the ground.
Did you hear that last part?
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
gonna.
I heard
that.
I was
Is it
gonna
his
twin a dispel magic on them. Bye bye. I'm dead. And because the crit, I do get 2 fail saves, right?
No. It only hit. You only went unconscious on the second to last attack, so you get 1 failed save.
1.
Well, if
Yeah.
it's his turn, he gets another one. No, 2 more.
No, it's not
He
2.
dies.
And actually, the
No, he has bleeding. He takes 2d8 damage at the start of his turn.
It's
whether or
only
not
1
that
fail.
persists through death.
Is it 1 fail?
It would only be 1
Affect the
fail.
dead body though.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking.
Effect shouldn't affect the
What's-
dead body. His heart's not bleeding.
Yeah.
When someone's about to die and they're bleeding to death, you know, that would affect them.
He is unconscious. All right, we'll have it roll 1 more fail at the beginning of your turn, Elwyn. Okay, Succubus 3 is right here. She's gonna turn and attack Deimos. She will hit Deimos. Succubus 1 is also going to fly over attack Deimos, since Deimos is the only one who is resisting them at the moment. She'll miss. Alright, Alwyn. Oh, okay, you succeed. Alright, Albric. Go ahead and make a wisdom saving
Hold
throw.
on a second. I was trying to do something with my character sheet, and my fantasy ground says frozen, so we'll see how that goes.
Okay.
It's not going well. I might just have to roll my. I might have to quit fantasy grounds, and you might just have to roll my wisdom save. I'm gonna quit and open it up.
Okay. Go ahead. I guess I will. Well, I'll wait for him to come back in. I'll roll his wisdom saving throw, though. Wisdom saving throw. Fails the wisdom saving throw. He is
What do I
compelled
have?
to go attack Deimos. You have to attack Deimos.
I'm 15 feet in a straight line, so Deimos, I'm sorry. Open up a module, fantasy grounds just crashes for me. Like a book module.
I'm so gonna use this against the dudes tomorrow, because they're really strong, and if they fight each other, they're gonna fuck each other up.
They can only have so many good wisdom saving throws. No?
Yeah.
Character sheet is still loaded.
Deimos hasn't responded. I guess it's pretty bad up there.
Here, I have the other game open because I was working on it earlier. Let's see. Kevin has +9 on wisdom. Forecrest has +12.
Hey, can you share the map with me so I can move?
The Bard only has a +2.
There you go.
Gale has
Oops.
+10.
Gonna hurt. Yep, yep, yep. And final attack.
Oh, man.
You say it's so sad.
Well, Deimos is pretty tough. Deimos is actually okay. He's only down to half hit points.
Unless Albrecht uses all his hit die.
Alright.
No.
These creatures, they start ganging up on Deimos. Hit. Deimos is like, no! Man, it sucks that Deimos is in here. You can watch the video. Miss. Alright. On Deimos' turn, he's getting worried. He does not have...
Does he have his 9th level spell slot?
No, he used
No,
it on
he used
Cricket
it.
Jar.
He used it? Oh shit.
Yeah, he used it.
Can he use
He
my
has
sorcery
heals.
points to tweels and twin some heals?
He has some heal spells. He has like greater rest. He can get you up for sure. He doesn't have dispel magic though. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah, he doesn't have dispel magic. Okay, he is going to burn another spell slot. 7th level spell slot this time. To get you up, Elwyn. And he's going to use one of his War Priest things to turn and punch this girl in the face.
Can I roll a performance to play dead until it's my turn so Euphemia doesn't kill me again?
The Euphemia would be getting a new command. Okay, Succubus 2 is going to be attacking this guy, Deimos again. Hits. Deimos is like, no! Succubus 1. Oh, actually, Succubus 1 is not there. Succubus 1 will come over here to Euphemia and point over at Deimos and say, now, love, kill the ugly one. She doesn't deserve to be in your presence. Okay, Euphemia.
Okay. So I'll summon the wolf. And
Can I get an opportunity attack?
Yeah. Actually, Euphemia has to make a wisdom saving throw at the beginning of her turn. Not enough.
No, I don't. I don't want to.
but summon the wolf next to Deimos.
Okay.
No, I miss.
Because he has really high AC. Okay. Don't you get one more attack?
Is it?
Use your bonus action.
Oh, I forgot. Is the wolf
What?
the bonus?
Yeah, the wolf is the bonus.
Oh. That was the other way around.
Okay, both attacks miss Deimos. The wolf is going to try to attack Deimos. The wolf will miss also, even with advantage. Okay. As that round passes, you guys are on the brink. 66 extra, not 86 extra.
Yeah, because I only get 3 extra dice total with my brutal critical, so it should only be a maximum of 6. So 8 total. 6 extra.
Yeah, I have it here for 6 extra.
I'm counting 8. Green dice total, but yep, never mind. It is right. My
2
bad.
or fire. Yeah, 2 or fire. Or something like that.
Well, I got rid of
Alright.
the fire sword, so that shouldn't be fire. But that makes sense.
No, 2 aren't. Yeah, 2 aren't fire. This is correct. Because you crit and then add
my
6.
Crit
yeah.
add 6. Yeah,
Um,
that's right. That's where I was messing up. My bad.
Okay, I'm kind of thinking that because we're at the bottom of initiative, this might be a good place to pick it up next week. What do you guys think?
It's a good place to pick it up next week, but I just think you should have given us that blanket heal.
Yeah, that way.
This is
Deimos
getting pretty
can come
dicey.
in. Yeah.
Yeah, it's getting pretty dicey. Okay, so Euphemia and Albrecht are both charmed. You guys can save on each of your turns. Although the other person in this area, because he definitely was there.
Nah, don't bring him in. Only like when you're about to kill this dude.
Does arrive. No, not yet.
No, not yet. If it gets to my
All right, well,
turn and
he's in the area.
and I don't die, we should be good.
All right, he's in the area. He's actually on the combat tracker, but we'll bring him in later. Okay, so next week we'll pick it up at the top of initiative again, because this is gonna be pretty close. And remember, there's 6 other succubi who've gone off to the city. All right. Whew. Well, that was a crazy,
Yeah.
a crazy game.
Dude, thanks for running.
Man.
That's an epic dragon battle, and this at the end, that was freaking awesome too.
Yeah, that's pretty
that-
tight. That's pretty tight.
That took a moment to process all of what was happening. Definitely.
Alright, guys, I will see you guys next week.
Yeah, next week. All right, thanks for playing. And I will catch you guys later.
Thanks, dude.
All right, take care.